YouTube, Lurks17 here, but you can just call me Travis. And welcome back to another contest video. I just did one of these yesterday, but came across another one that seemed like a lot of fun, so I wanted to do that one. This is a entry for Andy's Vinyl Den, his contest. I'm new to him, his 777 subscribers contest, so congrats to you, Andy. Like I said, this is a new YouTuber to me. What Lurks On Channel X, his entry popped up on my feed, and I watched that video, and I was, ooh, that is a fun sounding contest. So I went and watched Andy's video, and subscribed, watched some other stuff, and yeah, seems like a cool guy, and came up with a rad contest idea, as I love mixtapes. That is the sort of the general parameters of the contest, is making a mixtape, and more specifically of one genre. Sort of maybe if you were going to introduce someone to that genre, what are the 10 songs that you would put on that mixtape to maybe you know, guide them into getting into that genre. So yeah, super excited to have done this contest, because I really love making mixtapes, mostly just for myself. You know, in the car or whatever. I'm always doing it. Have been doing it for my whole life. You know, did the fair. I won't say fair. A tiny bit amount of it on cassette early on, but you know, did a lot of it on CD. I will admit. But it doesn't really matter. What really matters is the mixtape. And so yeah, my genre that I chose was new wave of traditional heavy metal. If you have watched my channel at all, you will know that is... I love just heavy metal in general, but I really am into this new wave of traditional heavy metal. You know, meaning the stuff that is the new wave of it. So this is sort of, you know, for those folks that maybe are into, you know, they're into their Iron Maidens and your Judas Priests and your Merciful Fates. You know, they're into heavy metal. They love the riffs. They love the guitar solos. They love the energetic vocals, and just, you know, just the general energy of heavy metal in general. And you know, maybe they haven't really, you know, checked into some of these new bands that are playing some what I think is awesome stuff. And so, you know, here's my list of my mixtape of 10 bands or 10 songs that you should check out to get into new wave of traditional heavy metal. And for fun, at the very end of this video, I will put like little snippets of each song, just because I think that's fun anyway. It's kind of fun to try to, like, what is the X amount of seconds that I'm going to highlight within this song. And then I actually also created a playlist on YouTube of the 10 songs, which is now available for you to listen to. So if you just want to do that, you can do that as well. All right, enough babbling. Let's get into the list. In the background, we are listening to Fire Strike, Slaves of Pain, a new wave of traditional heavy metal band out of Brazil. This album came out last year. I just showed this off in my last collection update. Awesome record. Didn't make the cut though. All right. First song. These are in order. This song had kind of a quieter intro, sort of a build up in sound, and so it sort of had to be the first song on the album just by default, but that's okay. It's a cool song. It's also sort of the more the more traditional doomy heavy metal kind of sound to it. The only one that really has that kind of thing going on for it, so it kind of fits as the first song. And that is actually the opening track on this album, Eternal Champions, The Armor of Ire, and that is I Am the Hammer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that actually might have been the lead single for this album as well. Just a great song. You know, like I said, has that nice slow build-up intro. You know, I think it's like 2 minutes in before we actually get vocals, and you know, it has a nice, you know, bop to it, and you know, cool riffs. The vocals are pretty cool. This is the first of 2 bands featuring Arthur Rizek, who also is doing great things in the production world. One thing I also want to do for funsies is I love guitar solos, and so I wanted to sort of highlight what each song was doing in guitar solo world. And so in this song, there's actually just one solo, and it's actually just a bridge solo, meaning, you know, it's a solo in between two different sections. So like in this case, it's like a chorus and a verse near the beginning of the song. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I Am the Hammer, great song by this band, Eternal Champion, from their album The Armor of Ire. This is actually my #1 album of 2016. And then I thought it would be appropriate to follow it up with the other release from 2016, which was my #2 album, and that is the self-titled Sumerlands, and it is actually also their opening track on this album, which is The Seventh Seal, which I think actually might have been the lead single for this album as well. You know, another just you know, this one's a little more I wouldn't quite say that traditional epic doomy heavy metal style, but it has maybe a hint of it. But just another great another great heavy metal release. But the song Seventh Seal, that one's just it's super catchy, riffs, vocals are great. This one has two solos. It has an intro solo, meaning there's a solo, you know, within the first, you know, bit of the song, and then there's a traditional solo, meaning it happens, you know, in the middle or 2/3 of the way through. This is the second band to feature Arthur Rizek. Yeah, just great song. Love that song. Cool thing. Third, this is from the band Leatherheart from their release Comeback. And it's actually, it's a cover of Black Sabbath's Danger Zone off of Black Sabbath's album Seventh Star. That when I first bought this album, I wasn't actually aware of that song by Black Sabbath. It was just my favorite song on this release until I figured out that it was actually a cover of the Black Sabbath song. But I thought it'd be good to, at the #3 spot, to throw in a cover of a song that maybe people would know by Black Sabbath. And yeah, it's just a freaking great cover. Sounds great. These guys are out of Spain. The first two bands are out of the U.S. I don't think I said that. This song has two solos. One as a traditional solo, and then one that's actually, forgive me, outro solo. So it's, you know, it plays to the end of the song. So pretty cool. Love this cover. Probably one of my favorite covers. Just, it's really, really well done. Danger Zone by Leatherheart. And then 4, I sort of tried to kind of, for these next few, tried to put more kind of like song-y ones, if that makes sense at all. In the 5 slot, we have Night Demon for their album Curse of the Damned, and that shows the song Killer. Just a really catchy song. The chorus is just super hooky. It's just a really good song, very catchy song. 2 solos in this one, an intro solo and then a traditional solo. This was probably my favorite album of 2015. I didn't make a list, but this was probably it. Night Demon with their song Killer. And then, interestingly enough, I didn't really think about it when I chose the order. That's just how it worked out. This next song in the 6th slot is by Ambush off of their album Firestorm, and it's the album Natural Born Killers. This album is this is a really, really great song. Just really catchy, really great riffs. The chorus line, Natural Born Killers, Natural Born Killers. It's super catchy. Gets stuck in your head immediately. All you need to do is just say the line "Natural Born Killers" to my wife, and she'll probably curse me because it'll be stuck in her head. And yeah, it's just super catchy. Just one solo on this one in the traditional spot, but you know, I'm not really going to complain about just one solo. Yeah, great song. Could have chose a number of other songs off of this one, but I really felt like Natural Born Killers was the correct choice. Yeah, so Ambush off of their album Firestorm. Natural Born Killers. Alright, next up, this is, forgive me, I'm trying to avoid sneezing. This is off of my #1 album of last year, and that is, I think I screwed up on my numbers. This is the number 6, Satan's Hollow, and I decided to go, this is the self-titled album, and I decided to go with the title track, the trifecta track. So Satan's Hollow. This one is super good. This one is probably, along with I Am the Hammer, the second slowest song. Not slow at all though, still pretty upbeat, very rockin', just really great song. This one has 2 solos in it, a traditional solo and then another outro solo. Just really, really great song off a really, really great album. Just, you know, great riffs, the vocals are excellent, and again, awesome soloing. Satan's Hollow, off of Satan's Hollow, with the song Satan's Hollow. And then I decided to follow that up with my second favorite album of last year. As you can see, I love new wave or traditional heavy metal, as they are dominating my favorite albums of the year list. Off of Air Raid with their album Across the Line, and I decided to go with the song Aiming for the Sky. I really wanted to go with the song Enter the Zone Zero, but that one is an instrumental, and I didn't really think that that was probably appropriate if I was trying to woo someone into the genre. I think I would want to choose a song with vocals if I could. So Aiming for the Sky was the obvious choice, at least for me. Just awesome vocals, new singer, sounds awesome. New guitars too. The soloing is just like outrageous. 2 solos in this one, a bridge solo, and then a traditional solo. But these guys are just shredding it up. Yeah, this is just a great song. The verses, the choruses are great. The verses are great. Riffing, soloing, vocals, all of it great. Yeah, Aiming for the Sky off of Air Raid's Across the Line. Alright, we're getting towards the end. We got 3 left, and I decided to go with these strong choices. These 3 were some of the pinnacle albums when I first was getting into the genre myself. And that is, so number 8 is off of Stallion's Rise and Ride. I decided to go with the song Streets of Sin because that opening riff is just hook. That is just like, I love songs that start off with just the guitar, just the riff, and it's like, you know what, we're gonna rest on just the power of just the guitar riff alone to grab the people. And Streets of Sin is a great example of a band doing that and it working. Just a great song, super catchy. Vocals are just, you know, lots of energy. Soloing, super shreddy and great. Just really good stuff. 1 solo in this one in the traditional spot, but again, not going to complain about just 1 solo. Great song, Streets of Sin, Stallion, off their album Rise and Ride. Next one up is couldn't make this list without this band, and that's Action, going off their album Wild Racer. The song that we went with is Tonight. Just a great song. These guys are out of Canada. I really haven't been saying where these bands are from. Let's just do a recap. Eternal Champion, U.S. Sumerlands, U.S. Leatherheart. Actually, I think I said Spain. I think they're from Portugal. Night Demon, U.S. Ambush, Sweden. Satan's Hollow, U.S. Air Raid, Sweden. Stallion, Germany. Yeah, Germany. Action, Canada. All right. Action, Wild Racer. Song Tonight. Great song. Just the guitarist on this band, Sir Slash, just is like writing albums for me. Riffs are awesome. The soloing is super excellent. The vocals, Dee Kerr, just ripping it up, just like over the top energy. Love the stuff. I love this album. But Tonight is my favorite song from the album. Just great. 1 solo in the traditional spot. Just yeah, it's a good one though. Action, off the album Wild Racer. The song is Tonight. Second to last one on the mixtape. All right, final one. I really felt like this was the appropriate song to close out mixtape, and that is the off of the album that was the first one that really made me aware that this was a genre that existed, and that there was, there was new bands. They were creating awesome heavy metal that, was appealing to me. So, awesome riffing, awesome soloing, and just energetic vocals. And yeah, that is Skullfist off of their album Chasing the Dream. And I went with the song Bad for Good, the second track on the album. Just really, that one was just always immediately stuck out for me. Just really like that song a lot. Another one is just, great riffs, great solos, great vocals. This band's out of Canada. I don't think I said that. 2 solos in this one, a bridge solo and a traditional solo. But yeah. This came out, 2015? So yeah, the genre is very new to me, even just the last few years. I really feel like, that's sort of, the roots of the genre itself are probably not too much older than that. I do know that, a few of these are from 2014, and I think one's from 2013. So, it's a few years before that, and, I'm sure the roots are a little earlier, but, obviously the real roots are much earlier, but, anyway, love new wave or traditional heavy metal. If you have been where you're checking it out, I highly recommend all of these bands that I've mentioned, but just check out these songs in particular. Like I said, at the very end of this video, there'll be, I think probably I'm going to go with 15 seconds a piece, but you can just skip that if you want. Obviously, you can skip all of this. But also, I also created a playlist on YouTube, so you can just go to that too and listen to the 10 songs that I've listed here. So yeah, I probably rambled a little bit in this video, but that's okay. Just wanted to talk about these songs a bit, as like I said, love making mixtapes, and for certain reasons, because I like to showcase the songs and the music. So yeah, I'm gonna stop now because I can tell that I'm just like super rambling. Congrats to Andy again, new to this guy, but he seems super cool. Actually, just ordered one of his cool comic books. I'm not really sure a whole lot about it, but it seems like it's based on stories from the vinyl community, so that's cool. Very interested for that to arrive and to peruse that. So that'll be cool. I'll leave a channel to his channel, his video. I'll also leave a link to Lurks On Channel X's video, or his response video to this. So yeah, check him out. Congrats to Andy again on your 777 subscribers. You have more than that now, so it keeps on growing. But yeah, definitely check out his video, check out his channel, and do a response video to this too, because mixtapes are fun, and I would like to see what other people are doing, and I'll be seeing what other people are doing anyway. And yeah, like I said, rambling at this point, so I'm going to stop. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you're familiar with this genre and these albums and songs and stuff, let me know if my list is good, or if I messed up and I missed out on some obvious choices and stuff like that. Alright, everyone, have a great day.